Good morning, all and all. I am Dr. Ramya Swetha, Assistant Professor from Department of Civil Engineering, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Coming to today's our topic is ground improvement techniques. This is our subject. So in this course, we are going to cover all different kind of topics which are relevant to the ground improvement techniques. In these ground improvement techniques, today we are going to discuss introduction to ground improvement techniques and what are the course content which involve in these ground improvement techniques. Coming to this course requires prerequisites, that is geotechnical engineering. So it is purely depends upon the soil mechanics. So whenever we need any construction, coming to any construction, we have to understand whatever the type of construction it is, we have to understand soil conditions before start the construction work. Then only we are going to give suggestions or conditions for design the structure. So once understand the soil condition, then only we will give the what are the requirements, what are the improvements are need in that particular ground for the requirement of the for construction. So coming to this geotechnical engineering is the prerequisite. Then only we will understand what are the ground improvement techniques, which type of soil is there, what are the various types of soils, different types of soils, how they are reacted, how they what are their various properties. So all these parameters we are going to cover in our geotechnical engineering. So this is the base subject. Then only we are going to understand this ground improvement technique. Coming to this course overview, in this soils at construction site, whatever the which type of construction it is, what type of construction we are going to do in that particular locality and in that particular soil condition. So not always suitable for supporting physical structures. It may not. So every region should not have same type of soil conditions. So each region, in that region also, every 100 meters, every 200 meters, every kilometer, it depends upon the situation of geographical, based on the geographical conditions, geological conditions. It depends how the soil is. So for physical infrastructures, we may tunnel, dams, bridges, buildings, whatever it. So any conditions we know to which type of soil it is. Some type of soils may suitable for physical infrastructure, some sort of soil they may not. So at that particular time, we have to improve the ground improvement. We need these techniques. Why? Because we are not going to construct on the particular soil. We are not going to avoid also. It depends upon the situations. It depends upon the social scenarios, need of that particular locality. So we have to construct some particular, for example, we have to construct one hospital for that particular locality. So nowadays we are going to under it is basic necessity. So hospitals, schools, we may avoid, if the soil is not suitable, we may avoid some sort of commercial structures, residential structures. There is a chance. But coming to the basic needs of human beings like schools, hospitals, such type, we can't avoid. So, but even though the soil is not cooperative, the type of soil is not allowed to do physical infrastructure, we should construct there. So hospital is required, so we have to construct in that particular situations. These kind of based on the which type of soil it is, how improvement is required, which type of technique is gives the support for constructing the physical infrastructure. So these are all the parameters. Once you understand all the parameters, then only we suggest or we conclude which type of technique is helpful improving that soil for supporting the physical infrastructure. So based on that, this is the overall, this course addresses, this is the overall course understanding of the ground improvement techniques. This course addresses various ground improvement techniques along with principles, design issues and construction procedures. So this is the overall course overview for the ground improvement techniques. These are the some of the objectives which we have to understand. The one is ground improvement techniques for field parameters by using traditional and modern methods involved in civil construction. Coming to the mechanical methods, in this we have to understand different types of methods. For ground improvement techniques, we are categorized in different methods. So mechanical methods and which type of mechanical methods and suitable equipment to for making that ground withstands for different kinds of loads. Whenever we are incorporating different kinds of loads which are acting on it, so it is helpful. This is also one kind of objective. And the next one is physical, chemical and hydraulic modulation methods and their applications, how they are strengthening the soil, and application of modern methods in civil construction, altar works, shotcreting, soil reinforcement, soil nailing. So these such type of modern methods, how the process is involved and how the process is going to improve the ground soil. So these are all the students are going to learn in this particular subject. These are all the course objectives. Coming to the outcomes, we have to recall the problems in this associated with ground condition to propose a suitable method for ground improvement. So coming to this problem associated with the existing ground conditions, these are we are going to understand in our prerequisite subject, that is geotechnical engineering or soil mechanics. So after that, in this, various methods of mechanical modification to increase the bearing capacity of soil. In bearing capacity of soil point of view, what are the mechanical methods? In some such type of soils, those are not less bearing capacity. Uh, we have the limitation for bearing capacity, whether the soil is suitable for physical infrastructure, it's allow or not. So in that particular cases, we have to explain, in these course outcome gives the various methods of mechanical modification to increase the bearing capacity of the soil. Coming to the course outcome 3, interrupt the existing ground condition for design of the dewatering systems to control the seepage of the groundwater. So we face some of the water tables and flow of water, and for how it affects the soil condition also we understand the in this particular course. So based on all these methods and understanding various conditions, now we have to select appropriate geosynthesis to increase the bearing capacity of the subgrade soil. So we have different kinds of soil layers. In that, for which condition, what type of method is appropriate for that upgradation or increase the parameters, properties of the soil. Next, identify the suitable grouting technique based on insight evidences to prevent the foundation settlements. We may occur some foundation settlements in some of the situations. We are going to identify different types of grouting techniques are available. So which one is suitable? So that is also one of the course outcome. After completion of the course, we are able to understand which in all those grouting techniques, which one is suitable for prevent the foundation settlements based on the situation we are facing, which type of situation, foundation settlement situation we are facing. So we are going to identify suitable grouting technique. So next, choose the appropriate soil reinforcement techniques to increase the stability of soils. For increasing the stability of soils as well, which method is suitable. So the choosing of the appropriate soil also, soil reinforcement technique also, one of the course outcome. After completion of these ground improvement technique course, these are the expected course outcomes from student should able to understand, get these outcomes. So now coming to the what are the various ground improvement techniques syllabus. Coming to the module 1, introduction to the ground modification. So based on the prerequisition of the geotechnical engineering, this is the module 1, we have to understand, introduce the ground modifications. So ground improvement techniques is purely for improving the different types of properties which is required or which is withstand the structure, withstanding the physical infrastructure, whatever, whether it is bridge, dam, building, whatever it may be, tunnels, like that, so, etc. So in this, the first one is introduction to ground modification. So in this, what are the need and objectives, identification of the soil types, and what are the various tests characterize the problematic soils. So where the problematic soils are there, so in that mechanical and mechanical methods, hydraulic methods, physical, chemical, electrical, thermal methods and their applications we are going to see in this module 1. Next, coming to the mechanical modification, deep compaction techniques, blasting, vibro compaction, dynamic damping and compaction piles. These are all comes under in this mechanical modification. Coming to the next module, hydraulic modifications. What are the various objects and techniques? What are the traditional dewatering methods and their choice? Design of dewatering system, electrolysis, electrokinetic dewatering, all these parameters which we are going to cover in module 3, that is hydraulic modification. The next module and the fourth one is physical and chemical modification. Coming to the physical and chemical modification, by adding the admixtures and using various grouting technologies and various thermal modifications and jet grouting, various parameters in terms of physical and chemical activities involved for the modification of the soil. So what are they? We will see in our module 4. Coming to the module 5, modification by inclusions and confinement. So modifications, inclusions and confinement. So in this, we have to understand the soil reinforcements and ground reinforcement and ground anchors, rock bolting, soil nailing. These are all we are going to understand in this module 5. Overall, this is the syllabus which we are going to cover in our ground improvement techniques course. So now move on. These are all the various textbooks which we prefer, and these are the some of the reference books, and these are the some of the web references which are from NPTEL courses. This is also one of the reference which we consider. So this NPTEL course helps us for better understanding the ground improvement techniques. Now next, coming to the ground improvement techniques are the methods. So these are all the various methods, whatever techniques, whatever it, all these techniques and all these methods which we use to enhance the engineering properties of the soil for better physical infrastructure, for sustained, withstand infrastructures. So and ground materials to meet specific project requirements. So some X projects require different different number of requirements. So we have to fulfill. It is not possible every time in every soil. It's not very easy to fulfill all the requirements of the construction project with the as raw soil. It's not possible every time. So in that particular situations, so based on the which type of soil it is, what type of construction which we are going to construct in that particular region. All these parameters are the influencing the which type of technique, which type of method enhance the to meet the requirements, project requirements, and getting the properties, which properties are giving better, or which properties are required to meet that uh, limitations and will meet that requirements, and the basic things we are going to enhance in that particular soil. Those which type of soil is not capable to construct, we are enhancing to do the construction work in that particular soil. So in these, techniques are employed to address challenges. So till now, what we are saying, some types of parameters, some engineering properties like that. So what are they? So bearing capacity, settlement, drainage, poor drainage, some other geotechnical issues that may hinder construction or infrastructure development. So we are enhancing all those engineering properties of that particular soil which is not suitable. We are enhancing for that particular soil. So in these ground improvement techniques methods for enhancing the engineering properties of the soil to meet specific project requirements. All these techniques are employed to address challenges such as low bearing capacity, excessive settlement, poor drainage, or other geotechnical issues. So in this, ground improvement plays a very crucial role in ensuring the safety, stability, and long-term performance of the structures and facilities. So this ground improvement plays very crucial role all these parameters. All these parameters. Ground improvement techniques used in civil engineering and construction projects. Each technique has its own advantages, limitations, suitability depending on the site specific conditions, project requirements, and environmental considerations. Environmental conditions. So each technique has its own advantages and suitability. So clay soil, if it is clayey soil, so some X technique is helpful to enhance the properties. If it is black cotton soil, if it is different types of soils we have. So in that, each type of soil has their own liquid limits, plastic limits, own their properties. So they have their own indexing properties. So for that, which type of technique gives that particular advantage, we may understand. So in these ground improvement techniques enhance this, and also till now performance, safety, and sustainability, and developing while optimizing construction costs and timelines. So coming to the introduction. So till now we understand uh, what it, why it is which type of role it is played in construction works as a civil engineer, how much it is helpful, and what are the various situations we are going to understand all these things, and what are the modules we have, what are the various topics we are going to cover in this particular course. These are all till now we understand. Coming to the introduction to ground modification. Coming to the ground modification, it refers the process of enhancing the property of soil, improve their engineering performance or suitability of the specific purpose. So this field encompasses various techniques and methods aimed at mitigating geological challenges or enhancing ground conditions to support construction, infrastructure development, environmental remediation, or other applications. The need for ground modification arises from the inherent variability and limitations of natural soil and rock formations. All these materials can exhibit undesirable properties such as poor load, poor load bearing capacity, excessive settlement, high permeability, susceptibility to erosion or instability due to factors like geological composition, water content, and environmental conditions. Ground, ground modification plays a crucial role in various civil engineering and construction projects, including building foundations. So that ground modifications majorly for understanding the foundations. So include at the time of foundation, we are understanding what are the various difficulties we are facing. So that is very important parameter. In road and pavement construction, embankments, retaining structures, land reclamation, and environmental remediation. So uh, these are all comes under in these ground modification. By optimizing ground conditions, these techniques helps ensure the safety, stability, and long-term performance of infrastructure while minimizing environmental impact and resource utilization. So, introduction to ground improvement in foundation engineering. Engineers design foundation and structures based on soil investigation. So, based on the soil investigation only, we are doing the design of the foundation. So, that is the basic thing. So, based on the soil investigation, we will understand which type of properties are suitable and which type of properties requires enhancement. It depends. So some of the soils they may naturally they are ready to give such type of any kind of foundation design they allows. But coming to the some other uh, they are not allow and they are not ready. So for that we are giving these improvement techniques. So soil condition decided whether shallow or deep foundations are suitable. So which type of foundation is suitable or not, it depends upon the soil type. Whether the soil which is allows, which allow or not, and which type of foundation it is suitable. So deep foundation may become uneconomical, leading to the need for ground improvement. Some in coming to the in these two different parameters we have to understand. The first one, the soil it may allow, but under the sacrifice of economical, it is not at all economical. Why? Because this kind of soil allows only deep foundation, not shallow foundation. Some of the soils it requires before they are not going to allow any kind of not allow any kind of foundation. Some soils they may allow shallow foundations. For shallow foundation there is no problem. Coming to the deep foundation, the soil it may allow but it is leading to the uneconomical, it is not at all economical. Then we need the ground improvement technique for that such type of soils. Similarly, soils not allow any kind of foundation also, it requires some kind of ground improvement, ground modification. In this, which type of ground modification is in next we will see in next modules we will understand. So these are the reasons why need for ground improvement. So deep foundation can be costly and impractical in some of the cases. It depends upon the which type of case it is, which type. So ground improvements aims to enhance soil characteristics such as shear strength and compressibility, increasing bearing capacity and reducing settlements are the key objectives. So bearing capacity increase is the and reducing the settlements are the key objectives. For this ground improvement is needed. Coming to the importance of ground improvement, With limited good construction sites available, ground improvement becomes essential. Urban and industrial development further restricts suitable construction areas. So, ground improvement offers both technical and economic benefits. So, importance of ground improvement with limited good construction sites available, ground improvement becomes essential. Urban and industrial development further restricts suitable construction areas. So, ground improvement offers both technical and economical benefits. Not only in technical point of view, it helpful in economical benefits also. So, this is the importance of the ground improvement, and because of the impractical and cost and need enhancement in some of the soil properties, that is the need for ground improvement. So, we will continue these identification of soils and all these in our next class. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.